to a baby, beautiful boy. And he's here, his first show ever.
All right.
So if that isn't inspiring enough to see the power of womanhood turn into motherhood here tonight, then I really don't know what is. So it's my honor to welcome Lady Basco to the stage.
So I had a kid. This is my second one. I wrote a book about it. Dear kid, we are not immune to heart storms, disease, poverty, greed, tragedy, war, disaster, devastation, or heartbreak. Life is greatly reliant on one's own experiences, shaping their path. And even though you may not be in the eye of every heart storm, it doesn't mean we don't allow it to affect our lives. We learn from one another through compassion. Learning from another person is an enormous, enormous experience in itself, maybe one of the best, in fact. When you can listen and feel and be moved by another's journey, you have learned love. Love Mom. Yes. That being said, kid, I fully encourage you to bruise up those knees. Take off those boxing gloves you said. You won't be needing them no more. Stop throwing punches at my head. Then maybe I could find our glow. You and I are not alone. I've been holding your place. You and I are not alone. I've been waiting for that face. So I was planting green the other day. All I wanted was a garden, but the government came. But the government kept coming around, like they were traveling salesmen. Said they were health insurance, car insurance, life insurance. Said I had to give them some greens. And someday they explained, I may need that vaccine. Now, even though for them I set aside a portion monthly for them to take an eye, make do with what little left I have, I just shrug my shoulders a bit and just say, well, that's life it is. My green still looks good, thriving, my car still driving, but what a shame my neighbor's yard, all the deductibles hit them hard, all their green taken away just because they couldn't pay. The vaccine costs they didn't account, and all those treatments, the total devastating amount. That day I kind of looked away, ashamed because I couldn't say, hey, that's wrong to put a price on something as natural as nature, something as natural as life. But I just stood aside, I did, while all their green was fairly divvied amongst the insurance corporate stampede, and as I watched their dignity stolen and sorted, I couldn't help but think for a moment what my garden would be forbid. But the thought was passing as my neighbors' things were replaced by new faces and their new global wings. See, do forget while I look out at mine, and I think, oh my, look how well I've done all these years. Through all my laughter, hardships, and tears, making do with all the bills, paying dues, and still such a beautiful garden, so much green. But to know in my heart, all is well. If ever, hope never. I need that vaccine. Can't wait on yesterday's answers. What should have been, what could be. It's hard, I know, I can't tell the future. But this, I know we will be free. It's hard, I know, just hold on. It's hard, I know, to hold on. It's hard, I know, like letting go. Even though you're mad at this here world, taking away your hope and good, you need not look far, 'cause this here girl got your back in this hood. You and I are not alone. I've been holding a place. You and I are not alone. I've been waiting for that place, for that place. I want to thank everybody that came before me and everyone who will follow tonight and in life. To exist amongst the clouds, to live with the wild-hearted, besides those spirits who dare to dream, who possess in them the courage to love another person so unconditionally, so thoroughly, that it cracks the dawn and pushes the sun off the cliff of the world just so it can tell the sky, yo, I love them blue jeans you picked out today. Rub elbows with the brave souls, the ones whose watering holes are found within the walls of their own skin, filling their cups with heavy fucked up days. What have I done days? Shit, I gotta heal days. Yo, I'm not sure how I'm gonna do that days. Not being amongst the hearts that are tenacious enough, open enough, wise enough to understand that the only way to get over is through. So shuffle me in with these bones and bodies that believe in truth, that seek a greater meaning than just this world of airplanes and technology, TVs on the back of chairs, packed in like sardines, because if this plane goes down, I want to be next to the guy who wins every time, because I win. Every time it's a true story, because I am amongst the hearts that do not shrink when they have lost everything. I'm amongst that good stuff that just keeps creating with all we've got. Our breadcrumbs in a dilapidated oven. I'm amongst the poetic hopes, the ones that know that better days are on their way, and me, and all these faces and lives, moons, stars, and skies, we are rich, immeasurable by this silly planet's need to quantify value, but that is coming too. It's almost here, you wild hearts. Hang on, and say what you want to say, do what you want to do, and really do it. Have the courage to take responsibility for those consequences, and then enjoy a toast to the new you, which you might find you're waiting for your chance all along. You've been ready all along. You were just barking up the wrong tree is all. You were trying to pass your future off to someone else. You were thinking that someone else was going to validate you, stamp your passport, and send you on your way, but it is all you. It is on you. So have the courage to create, fall on your face, and get back up and stop numbing yourself, stop avoiding, stop pretending. Jump into that fear with your boxing gloves on and create a home for yourself. One that's not bound by geography or location, but one that radiates from inside you and is always rooting for you. And then you might think, dang, that lady with a baby told me to root for myself. You might think that's selfish to root for yourself, but I call bullshit. Because you are the most selfless when you put your own oxygen mask on first. How then were you to assist others to breathe as freely as you do? So cheers to punking the fear, sideswiping that ticker tape of doubt. A toast to being a little more present to you and I as we shout out and exhale, spoon feed a tear, clean ourselves up, put a little water in our cups, and bust a cap up in this bitch. Take that fucking risk, open the door, and walk through it. Stop being such a pussy. Stop making yourself crazy. Invest in your own toes. And see a light coming out of your chest. So shake that ass. And leave that little nest. But that comforting patch. And have a little more faith. Take your own bait. 'Cause you, my friend, are a very good catch. Thank you, skirball.